The neighbor who waved. We moved into our house in March. Nice quiet street, older neighborhood, the kind of place where everyone still puts up Halloween decorations and nobody locks their car. Across the street lived an older guy, maybe 70s, alone as far as I could tell. Every morning around 7 a.m., he'd wave at me as I left for work. Not a big wave, just a small lift of the hand, like he was checking a box. I waved back for the first couple weeks because that's what you do. Then I started noticing something weird. He was always in the exact same spot, same chair, same mug, same posture. I told myself, old guy, creature of habit, no big deal. One morning in April, I left late, almost 9 a.m., because I'd overslept and he was still there. Same position. I figured maybe he just liked mornings. The next week, I left at 6 a.m. because of an early flight. He was there too. I started testing it without really admitting to myself that's what I was doing. Left at 5:45 a.m. on a Tuesday, an hour and a half earlier than usual. He was on the porch. Left at 10 a.m. on a Saturday. He was on the porch. I never saw him not on that porch, and I never saw him do anything except sit there with the coffee and lift his hand when I appeared. I asked a neighbor 2 houses down about him, an older woman named Carol who'd lived there for something like 30 years. She got this strange look and said, "Oh, you mean Walter? He's a nice man, keeps to himself." I asked if he was always on his porch and she just kind of laughed and changed the subject. I let it go because I didn't want to be the new guy on the block who thinks his neighbor is secretly a robot. In June, my wife started noticing it too, unprompted, which is when I stopped feeling crazy about it. She said, half joking, "Do you think he ever goes inside?" I said, "Obviously, everyone goes inside," and she said, "I've genuinely never seen it happen though." So we started actually watching in shifts like idiots, feeling ridiculous the entire time. I'd glance out the window before bed around 11 p.m., porch light on, chair empty, coffee mug gone. Okay, normal, he goes to bed like a person. Except every single morning, no matter how early I checked, chair full again, mug full again, guy sitting there like he'd never left. The thing that finally got me was a Tuesday in August. I woke up at 4 a.m. because our dog needed to go out. Pitch dark, no reason for anyone to be up. I glanced across the street out of pure habit at this point, and the porch light was on. He was there, coffee in hand. And here's the part that actually made my stomach drop. He turned his head and looked directly at me through my own window, in the dark, from across the street, and lifted his hand in that same small wave. I did not wave back. I went inside and didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, I worked up the nerve to actually walk over and talk to him like a normal human being instead of spiraling about it internally. I crossed the street, said good morning, tried to make small talk about the weather. He was completely pleasant, totally normal conversation, dry sense of humor, complained about his knees, asked about our dog by name, even though I never told him her name. I didn't bring that up. I was too busy trying to keep my voice even. I asked as casually as I could manage. If he liked mornings, he said something I haven't been able to shake since. He said, "I like knowing where everyone is." I laughed like it was a joke. He didn't laugh with me. We've been more careful about closing our blinds since then. Nothing bad has happened. Nobody's been hurt. He's never done anything you could point to and call threatening. He still waves every morning, and I still wave back. Because, honestly, what else am I supposed to do? Call the police because my neighbor sits on his porch too consistently. But last week, my wife left for a work trip at 3:30 a.m. A cab picked her up in the dark, and she texted me from the airport. Just a photo of our street from the cab window. Porch light on, chair full. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do about any of this.